the author of the New York Times bestseller Fleeced. All right, Dick Morris, why do I know that this is probably going to be the debate we agree on here? What do you think?
Well, last time we disagreed, I said Obama won, and you said he lost, and the polls agreed with me. This time we both agreed, but we disagree with Combs probably. This was an unbelievable win for Sarah Palin. In fact, I think that it unveiled a level of skill in communication that I really have not seen since Ronald Reagan. She is a superstar. Her ability to bypass the conventional wisdom of Washington, her ability to speak in a tone and a genre, a style that was so authentic and so outside of the mainstream was just unbelievable. And Biden looked like he was on downers. I mean, every time he was talking, I kept wishing that I could hear Palin instead.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, but on every issue, on Iran, on Iraq, on energy, on the economy, on tax cuts, what I thought she did very effectively that maybe Senator McCain didn't do in the last debate, she was reminding America about the record and the statements of Senator Obama. Did you think that was effective, Dick?
I thought it was, but I thought more effective was she did a much better job than John McCain ever has in explaining McCain's positions when she talked about the all-of-the-above option on energy. I've never heard McCain explain it that articulately. It was well done. When I heard her speak about the the greed on Wall Street and that stuff and how it infects Washington, I thought that was just terrific. And when she said at one point in that debate, I just don't understand how Washington works. How can you guys vote against something when in fact you are we claim you're voting against something when in fact you're voting for it over the Iraq war resolution? It was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
The only problem
the loser
is
tonight in this debate was Hillary Clinton, because there's a new woman out there who is going to be #1 in this country.
Well, she'd have to get elected first. And but anyway, Dick, some of the things she said about McCain.
She already has been with no assistance from her husband.
Some of the things she said were not true. You never miss a chance to take a slap at the Clintons. They're not in this race. You know, she talked about the middle class. John McCain repeatedly 19 times voted not to raise the minimum wage. John McCain repeatedly voted not to have renewable energy.
Alan, why do you insist on using segments with me to get reading practice on your talking points? Save that for a Republican.
I don't need reading practice, Mr. Nemars.
Why don't you talk to me about it? Because I said, hey, Alan, are you going to have me talk? Are you going to have me talk or have another guest on? If you're going to have me on, you're going to listen to what I have to say. As far as I'm concerned, in the last debate, I said that I thought Obama won, and this debate, I think she won, and I don't think that objectivity and fairness deserves your just spewing the talking points that you've been handed.
I'm not spewing the talking points. I'm saying the truth of what the actual McCain record is that you're in denial about.
All right, Dick,
you're incredible, Alan. You're absolutely incredible. Is it that you can't think, or that you only know how to read those talking points? Unbelievable performance, Mr. Combs. Unbelievable.
By the way, Dick Morris, I tell you, I've been around and watched a lot of presidential debates. A friend of mine wrote a note, and I said at the beginning to our audience, this is the debate equivalent of sort of Sarah Palin's shock and awe.
This was unbelievable. And anybody with the brain looking at it would conclude that, which does not include your co-host, I might add.
All right. All right, Dick Morris, author of the New York Times bestseller.
Hope the anger management works out.
Joining us now, Connecticut Senator, McCain supporter, and all-around good guy and friend of mine, if you don't mind.